If you want to rank your clients right here in the Google Maps pack for highly competitive terms, you've got to be able to get them reviews. I mean, just look at some of these here, over 1,500 reviews here. If you want to impact and get your clients on top of Maps, you got to get them reviews. Now, the question is, how do you do that? You're just an agency. You can't do it for them, can you? Well, I'm going to share a few strategies with you from our internal SOP that we have used to help hundreds of car accident, personal injury law firms across the country get more reviews. Because if you know anything about the legal marketing space, it's one of the most competitive spaces on the internet. And without reviews, no matter what you do from a traditional SEO, website structure, citations, links, none of that matters. Reviews are by far and away the #1 ranking factor to rank in the Google Maps pack. So I'm going to share with you 5 different strategies that we use to impact our clients' reviews. Now, something that's important to keep in mind here too is that you can't do it for them, right? Unless you have your own call center or you're going to do the outreach on their behalf, you can't do it for them. And another thing too is you're going to notice is there's no review automation in here. And the reason for that is review automation has a 3 to 5% success rate. So that means if you sign 100 clients, 100 cases, whatever it is, you're only going to get 3 to 5 reviews off that. That's not enough. You have to bump that up to 25, 30, 40, 50% if you're really going to help your clients climb in the Maps pack. So if you're going to do this right, you have to be able to impact your client's business processes. And that's part of your responsibility as an agency. You might be like, I don't do that. That's not what we do here. We do SEO, we build links, we build content, we do keyword research, blah, blah. No, your responsibility is to get them at the top of the SERPs so they can get more phone calls and leads so you can make the money so they can make money as well. So the 5 different strategies that we use here, #1 is we sit down and we give this exact SOP. We make a copy of this and we customize it a little bit to the needs of our client, but we literally go through, we tell them exactly what to do. We sit down with a point of contact in their business, whether it's the attorney, whether it's their intake person, whether it's their secretary, whether it's an intern, whoever, and we say, you are responsible for this. We're gonna hold you accountable to making sure that you're making at least 100 phone calls a month to 1 past customers, right? So a little script that we put together for them, they just literally just replace their business name inside of this and then use it for that. So using your past customers, right? If you have a database, you can go through a CRM and email list, whoever that your client has worked with before in the past successfully, just reach out to them and you send them this little script and it has a very high success rate. 2 is to have your clients ask their network. So when I sit down with an attorney, I say, hey, look, not every review that you get has to be from a client. You have a massive network of other attorneys, of character reference, of family and friends who can speak to the quality and the hard work that you put in. It doesn't have to be like a lie about the review in terms of a signed client or a signed case. They can speak to the character of that business owner, of that entrepreneur, of that person, of that human, of that family man, whatever it is. So this is a strategy that we use to go through and really pump up reviews from people that are within their network, right? So some strategies here. Another one is that's kind of like going through a crash course in terms of let's pick up as many reviews as we possibly can quickly. But now we're starting to really impact our business process by saying, okay, now we're going to help you do is we're going to help you put a process in place that every time a case or a client or a project, whatever type of client you're working with closes positively, let's get in the process of reaching out to them immediately, right? When they're at their highest of satisfaction with your business, let's reach out to them. Again, you just call them too. Don't email them, don't text them, call them, get them on the phone. Tell them, hey, your project's done, just wrapping up. Just wanted to see how things were and ask you a small favor. If I send you a quick link, would you mind taking 30 seconds to leave us a review? It'll really help us to build our presence in the community, blah, blah, blah. You can edit these scripts as needed for whatever client you're working with, right? Another big one that we do too is a post-consultation or post-sales follow-up. So picture you're working with a roofer, HVAC, electrician, attorney, doctor, dentist, right? Not every person that they talk to from a sales point of view signs up to become a client, especially when we're talking about high ticket services, again, like roofers or lawyers, right? But if I call a law firm and I'm not necessarily a fit for a client or a good case, I'm still probably going to talk to somebody who's going to give me good advice. And this is also good for the business's health, just to provide value to the community. Anyone who calls, just try and help them out in any way, shape, or form, whether you make money off them or not. Those people are ripe for reviews. Great source for reviews. Again, after you close that consultation, you follow up the next day with somebody else or just with a text message saying, hey, I know you're not a good fit, but would you mind leaving us a quick review? Again, talk to the help that we gave you about your legal case, about your home, about your landscaping project, whatever it may be. And then the final one here is incentivization programs. So this is better for businesses with multiple employees. Activate them. So all 4 of these strategies that we just deployed can also be deployed for every single person in there. Every single person working in the business has their own network, has their own character references that they can provide. So that's 5 different ways that we do. And again, this is an SOP. I can give it to you, copy and paste. It's inside of the Blueprint training program, which is inside of like a Ready for Inception, inside of a much larger SOP that's all about local SEO. So I'm going to give you access to this. You can get access to the step-by-step process. It's going to teach you how to do NAP, research, competitive analysis, filling out GBP posts, automating, scheduling GBP posts, everything that you need to do to rank your clients in the Google Business Profile, plus all these sub-processes like this review management. You can have them all. And not only that, I'm going to teach you how to do it via video trainings so you can see over my shoulder, step by step, exactly how we implement this. So pretty much all of our clients rank in the Google Maps pack. So if you want access, hit the link below. For just $199, you get access to all these SOPs, video trainings, templates, everything you need to run a high quality, high impact local SEO service for clients. Hit the link below and I'll see you up there. Hey, Ryan here. Hope you liked that video. If you want more, check out these 2 videos right here on this screen.